I've invented a concept which I think is really useful for every business, and it can be stolen from a brilliant guy called Will Guidara. And he tells the story of how he took 11 Madison Park from number 50 in the world to number 1. He does the opposite of what most people would have done. And he takes a cross-section of his staff from the kitchen, from the front of house, etc., to dine at the number 1 restaurant in the world. At the end of the evening, Will Guidara says something really fascinating. They're all talking about what was good about the experience. And Will says, I'm not interested in any of that. I'm not interested in copying them. I want to know what about the experience was slightly disappointing. And then I'm going to double down on making the 2 things this restaurant was disappointing about utterly brilliant. Don't ask what your competitors are good at and try and copy that. You should optimize for attention. In other words, make a difference where people notice. And where you get attention and surprise is in doing something that nobody was expecting.
100%. Let me tell you why I care so much about this. First, my partner always tells me, if you do everything like your competitors, why do you expect different results? If you do everything like your competitors, you're going to have the same results. So if you want different results, you have to do things different. So don't copy what other people are doing because you're going to get the same results as them. If you really want to win, you have to understand what the client doesn't like or doesn't want, and then be able to give them something better. The best book that I have for that, Uncommon Service by Frances Frei. It's an amazing book that talks about this. And it's all about uncommon service. And the book tells you that you have to identify what you're going to be bad first, and then be able to bring that to a positive. As an example, Southwest Airlines, perfect example. They don't give you seat assignments. And people say, well, that's really bad customer service. People run to the plane to fight for a seat. And Southwest Airlines, what they say, that's great. My planes are on time, because whenever we open the door, the clients are fighting to get into the plane, and we're able to get everyone on the plane much faster than any other airline, because if you have your seat already assigned, you get there a minute before the plane departs. So something that people thought it was bad because your clients fight to get in their seats, it actually helps you get on time. And that's why you have to understand what you're not going to be good at first, and what problems your client's trying to solve to fix that. If you want to be a different company or a unique company, you have to do different things. And that's why this is so important. And that's why Will Guidara made the #1 restaurant in the world, changing everything of how you do a restaurant.